Okay.
Let's get that going.
So go live.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, can't meet her.
Do you want me to bring the camera up?
Don't even come outside, don't wave, don't look out the window.
Leave that one. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh, there it is. There it is.
You got two going, so you
Now
got
go down. Go up. There it is. Okay. That's weird.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader, Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from the gym at Central Catholic High School, it is 6A Mount Hood Conference boys basketball featuring the Central Catholic Rams. The Rams' opponent tonight, this is a big one, the number 6 ranked Gresham Gophers. Rams currently ranked number 8 in Mount Hood Conference action right now. Gresham at 7-2, Central Catholic at 6-3. Of course, Barlow leads the Mount Hood Conference at 9-0, and you're going to see a whole lot of athletic players tonight for both teams.
You know, it's really a palpable air in here. You really can feel the excitement, Dave. You can tell this is an important game for both teams, just watching the intensity level when they warm up.
I'm Dave Hull along with Michael Abraham. Right now, there are 4 teams from the Mount Hood Conference in the top 10. I mentioned Barlow at number 2, Gresham at number 6, Central Catholic at number 8, and Clackamas at number 10. The standings in the Mount Hood Conference: Barlow 9-0, Gresham 7-2, Central Catholic 6-3, Clackamas 5-5, Nelson 5-4, Sandy 4-5, David Douglas 1-8, Reynolds 0-9. Keep your eye out tonight. Gresham's Isaiah Pippa White, one of the best players in the state. The Rams, they of course are going to be without Gray Thompson. They are also going to be without Deuce Peschel. He has a patella injury, had surgery, will not play the rest of this year. Coach Blue brought up Shea McKenzie from the JV team.
I think Tony Angelo's suffering a little bit from a bad ankle. I think he tweaked it in the Barlow game and is not at 100% according to the staff.
What a game that was, the Barlow game. Rams lost in double overtime, had a shot to win the game and missed. So coming off that, kind of an emotional loss to Barlow. Of course, Barlow 9-0, now beat the Rams twice.
Yeah, and two very close games with the Rams. This conference is top-heavy, but I tell you, there's not much separating the top 4 teams.
The Gophers 15-4 overall, 7-2 in Mount Hood Conference action. Rams are 10-9, 6-3 in Mount Hood Conference action. Thanks for joining us here tonight at the gym. Top team in the state right now, it is West Lynn. They've been there all season long. They're 19-1. Barlow 2, Tualatin 3, Lincoln 4, and Mountainside 5. All right, the national anthem. We're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups, and we'll get this one tipped off. Here we're going to do the Gopher starters. Number 11, Nate Giltke, the junior. Number 13, Marcus McKinney, the senior. Number 22, R.J. Alexander, the junior. Number 23, the senior, Scotty Riddle. And number 24, the senior, Isaiah Pippa-White. That's 2 seniors and 3 juniors.
Much more veteran bunch than the Rams.
Exactly. The junior, 6'5", number 3, Marley Zeller, playing well.
Gets better every time we watch him, Dave.
The junior, number 5, Quincy Scott. The junior, number 10, the point guard, Tony Angelo. Got some kind of a brace on his left ankle.
Heavily braced.
Number 11, the freshman, Bam Pichel. And sophomore, number 35, that is Isaac Carr. A sophomore, 3 juniors, and a freshman for the Rams. Big difference, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The future is ahead of the Rams. I'm sure they'd like the future to be tonight, though. This is a very, very important game. Hopefully both teams give us a quality effort.
One of the teams I really like this year is the Lincoln Cardinal. I interviewed their coach here recently. They have 9 seniors.
Boy, this is their time then.
It is.
I believe Heather Roberts is still the only female high school head coach in Oregon, is she not?
Varsity head coach.
Varsity.
Her assistant, Cindy Anderson, runs the JV.
Former Wilsonville head coach.
Yep.
I know Cindy very well.
All right, Rams with the tip. Bam, misses the layup. Rebound, Tony Angelo puts it back up, drops around. No, doesn't go. Rebound inside, Gophers.
You can see the Gophers' athleticism immediately.
For the Gophers, watch 23 Riddle, watch 24 Pippa White. And Riddle just threw Pippa White the ball. Isaiah out on top. He wants to direct the traffic. He is a shooter. If he gets hot, look out. Step back jumper, no. Bounces way up in the air. Bam comes down with it. 7:20 left to go here. First quarter. We're just underway. No score.
Both teams open 2-3 zones, which is unusual for the Rams. Usually it's pressure man-to-man.
Going to make the Rams shoot. Zeller to Scott. Ball gets away. Scott comes back and gets it. Tony Angelo will come out. Zeller. I'm sorry, Scott. Tony tried to bounce it inside. Got it to Scott, but bounced back outside. Bam Pasha with the ball. Angelo. Bam down the lane, dishes off on the side. Zeller for three, no. Rebound, Carr puts that up, partially blocked. Whistle and a foul.
The Gophers are in that gap 2-3 where they spread those two guards up on top out wide and create that seam in the middle, kind of invite the middle drive and dare you to challenge their size.
Carr at the line, first shot goes. First point of the game goes to the Rams at 6:29 left to go in the first quarter. Carr, second shot coming up. Short, iron, all the way back out. Gophers come up with it. Underneath and goes off the hands of the Gophers. Goes off number 11, Nate Gilkey. Oh, I'm sorry, they say the Rams tipped that. Gophers to inbound. Pippa White. I did the game at Sandy. He had 26 in that game.
I think the idea is to keep him out of the middle of the defense, keep him out on top.
Works his way, steps back, puts up a shot, doesn't go, tipped around, rebound. Quincy Scott. Carr. In the corner, Angelo. In the lane, back out to Zeller in the other side. Down the lane, knocked away. And a whistle and a foul going to be on the Rams. 5:46 left to go here in the first quarter. He pointed. I think that's a kick ball, or did he say foul on Scott?
I think he gave him a foul there, maybe. Well, hard to say.
Foul isn't working. The foul portion of the scoreboard isn't working.
There we go. We got one foul.
No, that's foul. I'm sorry. One team foul, but the individuals aren't up there. Gophers with the ball. Pippa White. Riddle, a long three. No, bounces around, tipped up in the air. Tipped again. Tipped inside, goes out of bounds, and goes off of Angelo.
Hesitated there, but they got the right call.
Nope, goes out off the Gophers. It will be Rams ball. 5:20 left to go in the first. 1-0, Rams lead.
Gophers extending their defense now. Looks like a 2-3 trap.
Angelo. Zeller was down on the baseline, had his hands up. They didn't see him. Bam. Pull up, step back jumper, too hard. Way ahead in the corner. Makes a move, gets a shot away. That doesn't go. Wow.
Great box out.
Gophers haven't hit anything. We're at 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Underneath. Taken away, Pippa White. Isaiah down the lane, dishes off in the corner, shot from the side. Yes, that's a three, and that's Marcus McKinney.
Beautiful drive and dish by Pippa White.
3-1, Gophers lead. 4:20 left to go in the first. Rams. Tony Angelo. Quincy Scott went down the lane. They couldn't get him the ball. Angelo out on top. Works down the lane.
What a
Dishes
pass.
off underneath to Scott. Misses the layup. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Gophers with the ball. Here comes Riddle. Dishes off. from the outside for three. No, that one's not going to go. Rebound Gophers, Pippa White.
I'm impressed with Gresham's patience.
Normally, they're very athletic, and normally they're running all the time. Cross court. This is R.J. Alexander from the side. That doesn't go. Tipped. Bam with the rebound to Carr. Rams have 1 point underneath. Lays it up and in. That's Bam. Bam Paschal with the bucket. 3-3 our score. 3:12 left to go. Pippa White lobs inside. Tipped out of bounds. Marley Zeller tips it out.
Both teams really playing outstanding defense, Dave. Those spread zones are difficult to attack.
Underneath. Blocked. Probably a foul, though, on Marley Zeller. It's actually on Miles Berry, his first. Second team foul on the Rams. Going to send Riddle to the line. Shooting two. 2 team fouls on the Rams, 1 on the Gophers. Riddle first shot on the way, rolls around, rolls in.
He's got great rotation on the ball.
4-3. 3:03 left to go first quarter. Second shot on the way, got that. Riddle got him both, his first 2 points in the game. 5-3, Gophers lead. In the corner, Angelo starts inside, dishes off. Bam for three. Oh, in and out. Gophers, Pippa White dishes off on the outside. Alexander from the free throw line, the shot. Puts it up. R.J. Alexander, his first bucket, 7-3 Gophers. Gophers doing a good job.
Yeah, they are. They're doing a great job in that 2-3 spread, and Central's going to have to knock down some of those gap shots that they're giving up.
Need to get the ball to Isaac Carr and see if he gets hot.
They're really shading him hard.
Here we go from the corner. Barry, no. Rebound, Gophers. Gophers controlling the boards. .159 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-3. Isaiah Pippa White with the ball. He's not scored yet in the game. Now he takes the shot from way outside. That doesn't go. Rebound, Carr. Fouled over the back.
Looks like they called that one a jump ball.
They called that a jump ball. Actually, I thought it was a foul over the back, but they called it a jump ball. Must have got his hands on the ball. 7-3, Gophers lead. Riddle. Pippa White starts down the lane, pulls up from the free throw line, lets it fly, not going to go. Rebound, Gophers. The putback, rolled in and out. Carr with the rebound. Gophers doing a great job on the boards. Miles Berry in the corner, baseline. Got to get rid of the ball.
Good find.
Marley Zeller.
Gresham coach jumping up and down to make sure his teammates, his players know where Isaac Carr is. They don't want to lose him.
Corey Lockhart, the coach, had a nice chat with him before the game started. Inside, Miles Berry, Angelo. Rams just can't get a quick shot away. We've got 42 seconds left. Rams have 3 points. First quarter, reverse layup. Bam Paschal down the lane. He got his second bucket. It's 7-5. R.J. Alexander sends it back out on top. Riddle, and they get on a wing to Pippa White. Now down in the corner. They look like they want to play for one. 7-5 is our score.
Can't get over how patient and poised they are. All that athleticism, and they're just really organized and doing the right things to get good quality shots against the Ram defense.
They're going to play for one. We're down 9 seconds. Pippa White throws it away, goes out of bounds. Rams ball with 3.4 seconds.
Let's see how fast Tony Angelo is right here, or Bam Paschal.
Gophers are going to press. Need to get the ball quickly to somebody. Paschal pulls up from the free throw line or from midcourt. Lets it fly, hit iron. That's it. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, our score, Gresham 7, Central Catholic 5. 7 in the game for Gresham, 3 for Marcus McKinney, 2 for R.J. Alexander, 2 for Scotty Riddle. Saya Pibble-White has not scored for the Rams. Bam Paschal has 4. Isaac Carr a free throw for 1.
Really very well played game. Only 3 fouls between the two teams. Even though the scoring is low, it's because of that high pressure defense and both teams playing that extended 2-3 zone.
I mean, we've got 4 baskets in 8 minutes of action.
Again, with 2 quality teams that are capable of putting up points in a hurry.
A lot of points.
Interested to see if the Rams might think about going back to their man-to-man defense here, try and create a little bit turnover situation where they can get the court, get out in the open floor and score.
7-5 our score as we're getting ready to start the second quarter. Gophers 7-2 in Mount Hood Conference action. Rams 6-3. Gophers have won 8 of their last 10. Rams are 5-5 over their last 10. Rams coming off that loss to Barlow. Gophers coming off a win over David Douglas.
Central's adjusted by going directly to the double high post to suck that defense in a little bit. There
Underneath, wide open, lays it up and in. Marley Zeller. 7-7 our score. 2 top 10 teams in action. Layup underneath. Nate Gilkey. 9-7, 7:29 left to go in the first half. Bam dribbles between his legs. Still out on top with the ball. Gophers have stayed in that 2-3 zone defense. Paschal with the little floater. In and out. In the corner, pulls for 3. Oh, no, doesn't go. Rebound, Marley Zeller. Oh, tipped away. Zeller underneath, the shot up and in. R.J. Alexander with the bucket, 11-7. Gophers lead by 4. Carr.
Rams need player movement and player penetration. They need to get to the interior of that zone and then kick the ball outside. They don't want to play from the outside trying to create shots from the perimeter without interior attack.
Angelo.
High post.
Inside, Bam. Zeller lets it fly for 3. Yes! Marley Zeller for 3. The lead is 1, 11-10, 6:16 left to go in the first half. In the lane, kicks back out. Alexander for 3.
Boy, really odd spin on that ball, but great repeatable stroke.
He's got half of the Gopher points, 7 of the 14. 14-10 our score. Tony Angelo. Zeller in the corner. Back to Angelo for 3. No. Bounces around. Rebound Gophers. R.J. Alexander. Carr's been pretty bottled up. He hasn't shot a three-pointer.
Taking a shot, is he?
I don't think he's taken any shot. Yeah. Alexander lets a 3 go on. Another one. He's hot.
That kid has a stroke and he has no conscience. He's going to look to shoot.
He's got 10 in the game. 7-point lead. 17-10. 5:15 left to go here in the first half. Bam. Dishes off.
Gilkey
Carr.
does a great job.
Underneath Angelo. Foul over the back. Carr was fouled. That's only going to be the second team foul on Gresham. Foul is on McKinney. He's got both of those team fouls.
I was going to say Gilkey does a great job for the Gophers of plugging up that middle. He's really a presence in the interior. Allows the Gophers to spread.
Stanley Riley checks into the game. He replaces Scott. I'm sorry, Angelo. Replaced Angelo. Miles Berry in the lane, turns around, dishes off in the corner. Riley cuts through the lane.
Tony must really be hurt. I don't think he's come out of a game this early since we've been on the air, Dave.
There's Zeller for three.
They needed that.
Marley Zeller for three. He's got 8 in the game, 17-13. 4:30 left to go here in the first half. Underneath. Tied up. Did they call a jump ball on that?
Jump ball.
Jump ball is going to go to the Gophers.
Let's find RJ.
Pippa White underneath. Got him the ball, but he's fouled in the act of shooting. Go to the line. Foul is on Isaac Carr, his first. Third foul on the Rams. Pippa White at the line. He's not scored yet in the game, but he's a deadly free throw shooter.
Very complete player. I've been very impressed with him.
Got that one. Gophers are 3 of 4 from the line. The lead is 5, 18-13. Second shot. That's in and out. Marley Zeller with a rebound, leaves it for Isaac Carr. Paschal over the timeline. Carr works his way inside. Now off to corner to Miles Berry. Berry starts inside. Ball knocked loose. Zeller picked that up in the corner.
Rams need some decisive cuts, and they don't need to run through and take themselves out of a receiving position.
Stanley Riley, ball knocked out of bounds by Riddle. Kicked it out.
I'd like to see Central slow down on their cuts and just post in the middle and give themselves a chance to catch an entry pass instead of run through so quickly.
Angelo checks back in for Stanley Riley. Rams have Shea McKenzie suited up tonight.
High post.
Angelo. Miles Berry starts, dishes off. Angelo in a corner. Back out on top to Bam. Angelo again in the corner. Now starts on the baseline, works inside. Oh. Miles Berry inside, puts up a shot. No, off the iron, but travel? Was that a travel?
I think he must have drug his pivot foot on the spin, Dave.
Turnover. Gopher ball. They lead by 5, 18-13. 3:18 left to go in the first half. Down the lane, Pippa White lays it up. Doesn't go, but he's fouled.
Good adjustment by Gresham. They put Pippa White at the high post to get him some touches and get him a little more involved in the offense.
Foul is on Berry, his second. Pippa White at the line. 14 fouls on the Rams. Pippa White, 1 of 2 at the line. Doesn't get that one. 1 of 3 after I just bragged that he was a deadly free throw shooter. He's 1 of 3. Pippa White bounces the ball. On the way, 2 of 4. Got a break there for the Rams.
Gresham's extending their defense now, trying to pad the lead.
19-13, 6-point lead for the Gophers over the timeline. Marley Zeller to Angelo. Carr.
Rams still trying to figure out this defense.
Carr has not shot the ball yet. Bam, back to Carr. Carr's going to let it fly for 3. Oh, rimmed in and out. Rebound Gophers. Thought he had that one. Pippa White down the lane. Stops, hops. Foul, and Pippa White's going to go to the line again. Foul is on Isaac Carr, his second. Pippa White going to go to the line. He's 2 of 4 from the line. 19-13 Gophers lead with 2:32 left to go in the first half.
He's trying to assert himself right now. He knows this is a time where he can put some space between the Gophers and Central, and he's definitely trying to be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
3 of 5 now from the line. He does not have a bucket in this game. All 3 points on free throws. And 4 of 6. He's been to the line 6. He's had 6 free throw attempts here in the first half. 21-13. The Gophers lead is 8. Paschal. Marley Zeller. Angelo will bring it back out on top. Gets a screen from Scott. Three-pointer, Marley Zeller.
Keep it a minute.
3 3-pointers for Zeller, 11 points, 21-16. Could use a couple of those. Pippa White on the drive, now kicks it all the way out on top to Riddle. Back to Pippa White, lets the 3 go. No, doesn't go. Still doesn't have a field goal. Here comes Zeller and dribbled it off his foot. It goes out. Stopped, hesitated a second, decided to drive to the basket, and the ball bounced off his foot. 21-16, 1:40 left to go. Gophers lead by 5.
Gophers going to put Pippa White back at the high post. It's tough to stop a good score from that spot on the floor.
Cross court, R.J. Alexander dishes it off
Really
underneath.
traveled.
Traveled. On the travel, that was Ulysses Gutierrez Guzman.
The Rams really need to attack this press to score. They're going to see it all night long. They need to make the Gophers pay for overextending their defense.
I'm the Gophers. Why would I change? Everything's working so good. Carr, Paschal, Angelo. I thought he was going to take a 3
I
there.
did
Passed
too.
it up.
I think they're going to need Tony to step up and shoot the ball a little bit tonight.
Dished underneath. The pass from Carr to Scott. Scott with the bucket. Nice assist for Isaac Carr. Got in the middle that time. 21-18. Nice block, but underneath the rebound Gophers. Gutierrez Guzman put it up and in. 23-18. 42 seconds left to go in the first half. Bam Paschal. Scott. Carr. Carr needs a shot. Lets it go. Oh, again rolls across. Zeller with a rebound. The putback, that rolls across. 2 straight balls rolled across the iron. 24 seconds. Underneath, Riddle, hop, reverse layup. Riddle, his first bucket in the game, 25-18, 15 seconds.
It's like the Rams will hold for one.
Underneath, wide open, up and in. Scott, long throw. Scott with that bucket. We're at halftime now. Our score at halftime, it is Gresham 25, Central Catholic 20. Rams outscored in that quarter 18-13. It was 7-5 at the end of one. It's now 25-20 Gophers at the end of the first half. Let me give you the individual scoring. We'll start with the Gresham Gophers. Gutierrez Guzman has 3. Nate Gilkey with 2. Marcus McKinney with 3. 10 in the game for R.J. Alexander. 4 in the game for Scotty Riddle. And Isaiah Pippa White with 4. We bragged about Riddle and Pippa White in the beginning before we started, and each of them only have 4 points in the game. For the Rams, 11 in the game for Marley Zeller, 4 for Quincy Scott, 4 for Bam Paschal, and 1 for Isaac Carr. So Zeller with 11, Scott and Paschal with 4, and 1 for Isaac Carr, and that's where we stand, Michael.
Yeah, the Gophers really have a very organized attack, and their defensive attack is probably equally impressive as their offense. They just really have befuddled Central on their offensive end. They just haven't got the looks they're used to getting against a typical zone.
The defense for the Gophers is stifling. Rams haven't been able to generate much offense, hence 20 points at halftime. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Our score here, at Central Catholic High School. It is Gresham 25, Central Catholic 20. We'll be back.
to see him turn it up.
Welcome back. Halftime at Central Catholic High School. 6A Mount Hood Conference basketball featuring the Central Catholic Rams. I'm Dave Hall along with Michael Abraham. Our score at halftime in a very well-played defensive game. It is Gresham 25, Central Catholic 20. And we were watching here, Mike, at halftime. Isaac Carr came out to do a little pre-third quarter shooting, and he hit the first long three. He needs to do that now in the game.
Absolutely.
Right in front of us right now. Let's go. Hit that one. All right.
Let's keep them on a roll. I'm telling you, they're going to have to let some jump shots go. They're going to stop air faking, pulling defense out to them, and then not shooting. I'd like to see Tony Angelo fire up a couple too.
Gresham in their blue and white uniforms. Rams in their white uniforms. Cardinal gold and black trim. Thanks for joining us here. This is a big game tonight because Gophers are 7-2 in Mount Hood Conference action, 2 losses, both coming to Barlow. The Rams are 6-3, 2 losses to Barlow and a loss to Gresham. So if the Rams can win this, they'd go to 7-3 and be in a tie with Gresham.
This is a very winnable game. They're certainly not out of the realm of winning. They just need to, I think, create a little bit more tempo and take advantage of their fast break offense. It's tough to attack that 2-3 matchup zone.
Head coach Corey Lockhart for the Gresham Gophers. Head coach David Blue for the Rams. I talked to Coach Blue beforehand, and he told me that he doesn't know if Gray Thompson's going to be able to make it back and play at all before the end of the season. And, of course, Deuce Paschal with the injury. He had surgery. Yeah. It was a patella injury.
Gray told me before the game started that he's going to try and make it back by senior night, so we'll see how Coach Blue and Gray work that situation out. He's a senior. I'd sure love to see him get back out on the court.
Right. And somebody who's gave a lot to the program and worked hard. I'd like to see him get a chance to play, but not at the expense of any other injury.
Well, as expected, Gresham hasn't changed a thing. Right back to the matchup.
And I wouldn't change anything.
No.
Don't fix something that isn't broke.
Right. Go ahead, Tony.
He's now, a couple of times, he's looked like he was going to shoot a 3, and at the last second pulled up. Now he lets that one go short off the front iron. Pippa White, the rebound for the Gophers.
He's got to let him know he's willing.
Pippa White directs the offense. Cross-court pass for 3 from the outside. Air ball.
Run out now.
Carr dribbles behind his back over the timeline to Angelo. Angelo back out to Carr. Carr pulls up. Foul. Going to be on Gresham. They only had 2 team fouls in the first half. There's that one right there.
And that's exactly the spot Carr was hitting the shots from in pregame warm-up, right there.
Exactly. It is the exact spot. Carr. Zeller turns around, puts up the shot. Too hard. Rebound. Pippa White again. Isaiah doesn't have a field goal in the game, but he has a lot of action. Inside, Riddle underneath, the reverse layup. That's going to go. And that's a bucket for Nate Gilkey, and he'll go to the line.
It's exactly the attack I'd like to see the Rams do right there. The quick, high, low action. They just don't have a 6'7" center.
Gilkey with the reverse layup. Now a chance for a 3-point play. 27-20 our score. Short, iron, rebound Quincy Scott. Bam Paschal.
Gresham's made such a great effort to get back on defense. Central's had relatively 0 fast break action.
I like the way the defense moves for the Gophers. They're in a zone defense, but they move and cover the spots. Angelo hits that bucket. His first points in the game. Riddle. Loose, picked up Carr over the timeline. Starts inside, dishes off outside. That shot for 3, bounces around, doesn't go, tipped way outside. R.J. Alexander comes down with it, great inside, pass. Up. There's the first bucket for Pippa White. 29-22. Bam Pichel loses the ball. It was tipped ahead, up, and in.
They really transition on both ends.
McKinney with the bucket. The lead now goes to 9. Biggest lead of the game, 31-22.
Gresham does a great job getting up the floor offensively after a turnover or a rebound, and does a great job of getting back down the floor to stop fast breaks on their offensive end. Rams are a little bit out of sorts compared to what we've seen in our other broadcast, Dave.
Pippa White now with 6 in the game, first field goal. 5 in the game for McKinney, 4 in the game for Gilkey. Alexander, the leading scorer for the Gophers. He had 10 in the first half for the Rams. The leading scorer is Marley Zeller with 11, including 3 3-pointers.
Let's see if we can get the Rams into a man-to-man here. You know Coach Blue's got something up his sleeve over there. It's a 9-point deficit.
Right. This zone defense for the Gophers, the 2-3. Sometimes they actually slip in 2-1-2, but they're just blocking everything.
They're just making it very difficult because they're able to extend to almost a half court in a 2-3 zone. Look at that. They're out well above the 3-point line in a straight 2-3 zone.
You know, when you're in a zone, it's good to keep your hands out like they're doing too, because you block up so much territory. The outside for 3, that doesn't go. Rebound inside, tipped, goes off of the Rams, off of Quincy Scott. Go for ball.
Every possession is going to count now. The Rams are already down 9.
Miles Berry's going to check in at the next stop. Wow, look how fast they passed that ball around.
He's not going to pass that shot up again, I don't think.
Alexander on the baseline. Now
There
they go
it
to
is.
Pippa White.
I was wrong. He did pass it up.
That's a big collision, going to give a foul on Angelo. And what happened is, the truth of the matter is, they just ran into each other.
Yeah.
Angelo draws the foul. I mean, he wasn't where he stepped in or reached in or anything like that. They just each made a move and ran into each other.
I think Tony was thinking the same thing I was. There was no way he wasn't going to shoot that thing.
Right. I don't think there was any way he wasn't going to shoot. And Pippa White out on top.
No, they're going to try and draw the Rams out of this zone. They're really taking their time on the half-court sets now. Oh, boy.
Underneath, open. They went around the outside, saw Gilkey underneath the bucket. He laid it up and in. He's got 6. The lead is 11, 33-22.
The Rams are in basically the same set, but they don't have a low post player, so when the ball goes into the middle, they don't have anybody to dump it down inside, so Gresham's able to stay spread.
Up the shot. Barry doesn't go. Barry gets the rebound. Out to Bam. Bam. Zeller works inside. Reverse layup. That doesn't go. Air ball. Quickly,
Wow.
Pippa White up. Boy, he's got great acceleration, too.
Baseline
In the corner.
drive.
Pippa White falls down. That should have been a travel, but not. The three-pointer, Alexander. That's another three-pointer. He has 3 now and 13 in the game, and the lead is 14, 36-22. So far here in the third quarter, Gophers have outscored the Rams 11-2.
Boy, on that last possession, Pippa White made a snow angel on the ground over there, Dave, and still passed it out, and no call. I think all the referees waited for the other one to make the call, and
nobody did.
In the end, none of them did.
You can't fall down and be swimming with the ball and not have a travel.
I've been very impressed with Gresham. Organized, aggressive, smart.
They're 15-4. Their 4 losses on the season. One of them is to Oregon City. One is to a team from Texas, and 2 to Barlow.
You can see why. They're very well-rounded, balanced. They share the ball. And when your best player is willing to sacrifice some offense for the sake of a win, you can see it's like a Damon Lillard. That's kind of who he reminds me of right now. He's deferring to the others, as Shaq would say.
They are athletic, and boy, their passes are crisp. Angelo. Zeller inside, double team, comes back out. Angelo lets a three fly, doesn't go. Rebound, Gilkey, and throws it out of bounds. Trying to throw it to Pippa White.
Really rare mistake. They haven't done that very often tonight.
Their number of turnovers is very low. Bam.
Do a great job of keeping their arms extended. You mentioned it earlier. Not so much up, but out to take advantage of their length.
You're in a zone, you need to cover territory, and keeping those arms out like that is a good deal. Barry, turnaround up and in. Miles Barry with a bucket. Gopher bench was yelling travel on him, and he might have, but there's a three from the side, in and out. Gilkey with a rebound down low, foul over the back. It'll be on Miles Barry. That's Barry's third personal foul. Coach Blue's going to leave him in.
Rams in a man-to-man now.
Pippa White picked up by Tony Angelo. Dishes
Great
off underneath.
pass.
Gilkey again.
Wow.
Now they're just feeding Gilkey under the bucket. He's got 8 in the game. The lead of 14, 38-24. Somebody's going to have to stay back and pick up Gilkey. Bam. Angelo. Tripped. Foul is going to be on. Foul is on R.J. Alexander, his first. Second team foul on the Gophers. Rams have 3. 2:31 left to go in the third quarter. 38-24 Gophers. Angelo way up high. Look out. Stolen. Ahead to Pippa White. Lays it up and in. Carr.
Rams very stagnant on their half-court offense now. Kind of in shell shock.
Pippa White on Bam. Bam with a three-pointer rolls across the rim again. 40-24, 2:03 left to go here. And that ball goes out of bounds off the Gophers. It'll be Rams ball. Checking into the game, number 14, that's Jameer Phillips. Quincy Scott checks in. Stanley Riley checks in. Carr, Riley, Scott, Bam, and Isaac Carr. Down the lane, shot away. Going to be a whistle and a foul. Bam drove down inside, puts up a shot. He's fouled. He's going to go to the line. Bam has 4 in the game. Each team now has 3 team fouls. Go ahead, Mike.
I just realized one of the Gresham coaches is the father of Isaac Amaral, who's Central Catholic Ram. I just noticed his name.
Well,
Hassan.
one of the Gresham coaches is Hassan Arthuri.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Isaac Amaral Athery.
Okay. Got them both. Bam got them both. He's got 6 in the game. For the 3, no, iron rebound, nice rebound, high up in the air, Stanley Riley.
All right, now's the time for the Rams to turn it up a notch.
Down 14, Bam. Riley holds it up high, back out on top to Bam. Zeller cut through the lane, got sealed off. Bam. Zeller lets a 3 fly. Got it.
Where would they be without him tonight?
Well, they have 29, and Zeller's got 14 of them. And there's a steal. Bam comes up with it, and he's fouled from behind. Foul on the Gophers. That's only their 14th foul.
The Rams have gone to the 1-2-2 three-quarter court press.
1:02 left to go in the third.
See if they take advantage of Gilkey being out of the game for a minute.
Let's see. They have Gutierrez Guzman in at center now. Bam down the lane, hops, gets it underneath the Scott. That's going to be a whip. Foul is on the Rams. Timeout. All right, Rams take a timeout. 50 seconds left in the third, down 11. 40 to 29. Could use a 3 and get this game down to
Yes, they
underneath
could.
double digits.
They just need to condense that zone. As long as Gresham is able to extend that zone out to the three-point line and the Rams don't attack the low block or the high post, they're going to have a tough time getting open looks.
Rams have been outscored here in the third, 15 to 9.
The guard play for Gresham's been outstanding today. They share the ball, they find each other, they shoot quality shots, and that starts with their leader.
You know, Riddle and Pippa White have 12 points in the game. Normally they have 2 to 3 times that many, but their play has been really outstanding. Inbound to Marley Zeller. Scott. Bam in the corner. Carr's got his hands up in the other corner than what he sees in. Marley Zeller. Bam. Underneath, wide open. Get it to him. Now down the lane. Dishes back to Bam. Bam hits the bottom of the basket. And that ball goes out of bounds off of the Gophers.
If I were a college coach watching tonight, I would definitely be impressed with Pippa White. Even though he hasn't scored a ton, he is completely in control of his team.
Zeller steps back up, bounces around, doesn't go. 22 seconds. Pippa White down, inside, hops up and in. Now he's got 10 in the game. 42-29, Carr. 7 seconds. Zeller. Pull-up jumper, another one doesn't go. Rebound, Gophers can't get a shot away. That's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, our score, Gresham 42, Central Catholic 29. 17-9, Gophers outscored the Rams in the third quarter. Last 2 quarters, they've outscored the Rams 35-22.
And they literally have had to make no adjustments. They've stayed in that spread 2-3 zone and talked to each other and communicated, and are just giving the Rams nightmares on trying to find an open look on the perimeter.
Fourth quarter coming up. Leading scorers for the Gophers. Pippa White has 10. Alexander has 13. Gilkey has 8. For the Rams, the leading scorer, Zeller has 14. 6 for Bam Pichel. And 4 for Quincy Scott. 2 for Tony Angelo. And 2 for Miles Berry. And 1 for Isaac Carr.
Boy, Isaac Carr with 1 point is something you probably wouldn't expect in a game this big. He's usually a big-time player.
I don't think he has more than 3 shots in the game.
Their defense has just done wonders on eliminating his open looks.
For the Rams out on the floor, it's going to be Miles Berry, Bam, Isaac Carr, Marley Zeller, Tony Angelo. Into Pippa White. Well, he's got great acceleration. Underneath, blocked
Great
from
block,
behind.
great
Zeller
block.
blocked 2 shots then. Blocked a shot.
Look at him get back on defense. Jeez.
Gophers got the ball.
After a block shot, they're able to recover, get back, and make central play against all 5
Pull-up
defenders.
jumper by Carr off the front of the rim. The put back up and in by Zeller. Zeller was 16 in the game now. The lead is 11. 42-31. Riddle dishes underneath. Pippa White fouled from behind by Bam Pichel.
Boy, how do you lose sight of that guy?
He's got blazing speed.
Jeez, he is very, very impressive young man. I'd be interested to know what his recruiting is like.
At the line. Pippa White has 10 in the game, 6 here in the second half. 4 of 6 from the line, misses that one. 4 of 7. Shakes his head. Marcus McKinney checks back in. Gilkey checks back in. Gilkey's got 8 in the game. That one doesn't go. 4 of 8 from the line. Pippa White missed both those. Break for the Rams. Angelo dishes off in the corner. Miles Berry back to Angelo. Finds some room, gets a shot away. Oh,
First look was a better look. They want to shoot the first good one, not let the big man contest.
from the corner for 3. That doesn't go. Tipped inside. Angelo with a rebound. Rams need to push. They are. Marley Zeller gets tripped. Goes down. It's a foul. Foul is on Marcus McKinney. His 3rd team foul. 5th team foul on the Gophers. Rams have 4.
Might actually get to the bonus in one of these quarters.
Well played game. Doing a little
The old tennis shoes mopping.
doing a little maintenance down on the floor. Everybody scuffing back and forth.
Look at those shoes. Are those the most beautiful shoes you've ever seen, Dave?
No.
Pink and yellow.
Underneath, Angelo gets free. Blocked underneath by Gilkey. Angelo got the ball, got a shot up. Gilkey blocked it. Pippa White. Gilkey way out on top. Sets a screen for Pippa White. Foul is on Gilkey on that screen.
That's too bad. That really shouldn't have been his foul. It was the offensive dribblers needs to slow down and wait for him to set his pick instead of running the player into him too quickly. Gresham,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Gresham's right back to that spread defense and just sending everybody into the big man. And Central just can't quite figure it out.
Carr
Look at
lets a
that.
three-pointer go from the corner. Air ball. Marley Zeller steals it back. Zeller with a bucket. Zeller has 18 in the game. Down the lane, puts up the shot up and in. Scotty Riddle with the bucket. He has 6 in the game, and the lead goes back to 11, 44-33. Carr lets a 3 go. Iron doesn't go. Rebounded underneath. Way ahead, Pippa White. Can he get a shot away? He can. Fouled from behind, though. He was so quick down the court, he got under the basket, couldn't get a shot away. Stepped to the other side, got a shot away, fouled. Each 15 foul on the Rams, 6 on the Gophers. Pippa White at the line. He's 4 of 8 from the line. Missed
Boy.
that one, 4-9.
He may not have missed 5 free throws all season.
And he's got his hands on his hips just like, what is wrong here? 4-9. Fans making noise. Missed that one too. 4 of 10. Pippa White 4 of 10 from the line.
Tony should have grabbed that one. Never let the refs decide. If you got a shot at it, pick it up and let's go.
44-33, 5:42 left to go in the game. Gophers will inbound. Quincy Scott's going to check in, replacing Miles Berry. Pippa White. Riddle. Back out on top to Riddle. He's quick too, works inside. Dishes underneath, the shot up and in. Pippa White with the bucket. Now he has 12 in the game.
If he made his free throws, he'd already be up to 20. Think he's missed 5 already tonight.
6. He's 4 of 10.
Wow.
Pippa White at the line. Chance for a three-point play. Lead is 13, 46-33. 5:27 left to go in the game. Pippa White got that one. He bounced around. He got it.
Got beautiful rotation on the ball.
5-11 from the line. Bam. Angelo. Back to Bam. Down the lane. Gets Gilkey up in the air. Dishes it back out.
I don't think the Rams want to attack Gilkey. Got to gap him.
Zeller for 3. Got
Boy.
that. 21 in the game for Marley Zeller. The lead is 11, 47-36.
They're hanging around.
47-36, 5:05 left to go in the game. Gophers lead by 11.
I mentioned briefly, I just think the Rams' attack to try and drive it into the middle against the big guy has been really ineffective. I think it'd be a much better strategy to attack with the pass, dump it in, draw the big man down to the low block, and then kick it back out and make those defensive players scramble on the perimeter to find an open shooter. They've just been able to stay spread and stay on top of the shooters. Isaac Carr has just been completely without an offensive firepower just because he can't get open looks. And we need that kid.
Carr has 1 point in the game on a free throw in the first half. $13 in the game for Pippa White, 21 for Marley Zeller. The problem is the Rams don't have anybody else with more than, I was going to say 4, but Bam Pichal has 6.
And they just don't have an interior attack tonight.
I wish the Rams would let those first shots go when they're in a three-point range.
Absolutely,
They've
Dave.
been doing so many fakes.
I call them the air fake. You draw the defender to you, and then you don't do anything with it after you fake. Catch it and shoot it, especially now when there's only 5 minutes left.
Pippa White, Riddle at the free throw line, picked up by Quincy Scott.
Gresham in the classic dribble drive attack.
Gilkey underneath, lays it up and in. They let Gilkey go again. He's in double figures now. He has 10.
Oh,
Pippa White steals the inbound pass.
one-man press.
Dishes off. Alexander lets it go. No, doesn't go. Tipped around inside. That ball's going to go out and goes off of the Rams. Tony Angelo going to check back in. And he's going to come in for Stanley Riley. 13 is the lead, 49-36, 4:25 left to go. Pippa White on the baseline, reverse layup up and in. 15 in the game for Pippa White. Look out, Bam dishes it off. Carr. Angelo back out on top. Quincy Scott down the lane.
Right to
Blocked.
the big guy.
It went at Gilkey and he blocked it. The big guy says, you come at me, I'm going to block that shot.
And this might be the Rams' house, but Gilkey owns the key tonight.
Wow.
Cleared
Pippa
the whole
White,
side.
pull up. Yes, buried it.
You see that, Dave? They cleared the entire side of the floor for him.
53-36, biggest lead of the game, 17. 17 now for Pippa White. Ball up on the floor, picked up by the Gophers. Picked up by McKinney, Marcus McKinney. Head to Riddle underneath Gilkey. Oh, knocked away. Saved that
Nice
time.
play.
Nice play by Marley Zeller to knock that away. Got to the sideline and then lost it out of bounds.
Well, Marley Zeller came to play tonight, that's for sure.
Lost it out of bounds because it was tipped there by the Gophers. Paschal down the lane, lays it up and in. Bam just said, not going to stop me this time. 8 in the game for Bam. I like the aggressive move. Pippa White. You're right, Michael. They just cleared it out for him last time. Let's see if they do that again. Instead, it goes down the lane, dishes off to Gilkey. Blocked by Scott. Gilkey thought, hey, I can just go up and lay this one in, and Scott blocked it. Face on.
Yeah, he's been unimpeded most of the night. I'm glad somebody finally gave him a challenge. Gresham's in the classic dribble drive offense now where they can space the floor, attack off the dribble, and as soon as Central comes to help, look to dump off to the big man or kick it outside for a three.
Angelo. Bam. Looked to go down the lane again, then stepped back in the corner. Now underneath, Tony Angelo up and in. Angelo with 4 in the game. Andrew Callner in the game now for the Rams, number 12.
Oh, it's going to be hack a Pippa White strategy, I guess.
Colner picks up the foul, 16th foul. Each team has 6. 2:19 left to go in the game. The lead is 13, 53-40.
Oh, in the bonus.
Our producer, Ryan Johnson, when he talks about the Gophers, he says one word: athletic. Wow, they are.
They've just been so magnificent on transition defense. Central can get absolutely nothing in the open floor tonight, and there's their lifeblood.
We're in the bonus. Pippa White at the line. He's 5 of 11. If he misses this, it'll be a good move on the part of the Rams. Pippa White missed it.
Wow.
5 of 12. 7 missed free throws for Pippa White. Bam. Gonna let a 3 fly. Oh. Nope. Gopher fans chant air ball.
I tell you what, I don't mind. The Rams got to get shots up. They're down 13 with 2 minutes left in the game. They're going to have to let it go.
2:05 is the exact time. Here come the Gophers. Riddle. Up on the side. McKinney underneath. Tried to get the ball to Pippa White. Goes out of bounds off his hand. He's saying, I didn't touch it. Coach Lockhart yells at him, come on back down court.
Yeah, I think they got that call right.
Bam, Pichel. Angelo stolen away by McKinney, stolen right back by Angelo. Angelo to Pichel. Nice job by Tony playing alert. Carr lets a 3 fly short. Iron picked up. Colner. Marley Zeller inside. Zeller's going to let a 3 go short. Iron. Colner with a rebound. In the corner.
Oh, we
Carr.
got to shoot that one, Isaac.
Bam. Pull-up jumper rolls in and out. Oh, my goodness. Laws of physics don't apply in here. 53-40, 105. Dishes underneath. Gilkey. Oh, Gilkey tried to dunk it. Hung on the rim. Snapped the rim back, but missed it.
He's such a casual, smooth big man. Just effortless.
If he'd have made an aggressive move, he would have jammed that. But he kind of just lumbered in there.
I think he's realizing that now. But, man, he's had a whale of a ball game. The Rams look like they're going to empty the bench.
He has 10 in the game, 8 in the second half. The lead is 13, 53-40. Gilkey at the line, 1:02 left to go. Puts that shot away, back iron. Free throw percentage is going to be pretty low for the Gophers tonight.
Gresham made their free throws tonight. This game would have been a blowout midway through the quarter.
Hayden Eberwine checks in. Shea McKenzie checks in, the sophomore. Quincy Scott. Stanley Riley. And Andrew Colner.
Gresham's the most impressive Mount Hood Conference team I've seen so far this year. I think they're better than the Barlow I saw play against Central anyway.
At the line, the shot, yes. Gilkey gets that. 11 in the game for Gilkey. 14-point lead, 54-40. Quincy Scott. Eberwine. Goes out of bounds off the Rams. 44 seconds. You know, all those reserves are in. Isaiah Pippa White is still in.
He's still in. In fact, their whole starting lineup is still in.
You know, I just looked. You're right. These are all the starters. Gresham has all their starters on the floor. Foul is on Colner. We're in the bonus. At the line. Gophers are looking around. Who's going to shoot the foul? Pippa White, who is 5 of 12 from the line.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the shot mechanically.
Gets that one. 6 of 13.
He looked at his hand in disbelief. Like that hand actually made a free throw.
He's made 6 free throws. He's 6 of 13. See if he can get back to 500. And yes, he can. 7 of 14 from the line. Pippa White. The lead is 16, 56-40. Riley. Lobbed inside. Rams might as well shoot the ball.
That's
Scott. From the outside, rolls around, doesn't go. And that was a shot. That was a Shea McKenzie.
That would have been great to see the JV player that got brought up get his first bucket.
Yep. And the Gophers are going to dribble this out. Pippa White just going to stand there with the ball. There's the horn. There's the horn. Our final score in this game, Gresham 56, Central Catholic 40. Here's the scoring by quarters. It was 7-5 at the end of one. Gresham led. Gresham outscored the Rams in the second quarter, 18-15. It was 25-20. A big third quarter for Gresham. They outscored the Rams 17-9 to take a lead of 42-29, 13 points. And they outscored the Gophers in the fourth quarter, 14-11, to win this one by 16. Final score, 56-40. Mike?
Well, I tell you, I would love to say the game was super competitive, and I think it was well played, but Gresham just looked like the better ball club tonight. Better defensively, better on the offensive attack, and great veteran leadership from Pippa White. Ran the team, and I really liked young Nate Gilkey.
All right, let's review the scoring in this game. The individual scoring, we'll start with the Gresham Gophers. And Ulysses Gutierrez Guzman with 3 in the game, hit a three-pointer in the first half. Gilkey with 11 in the game, including 9 in the second half. Marcus McKinney with 5. He hit a three-pointer in the first half. 13 in the game for R.J. Alexander. He had 10 at halftime, hit a three-pointer in the second half. 6 in the game for Scotty Riddle. And they say that Pippa White, who had 4 at halftime, winds up with 19 in the game in spite of shooting 7 of 14 from the free throw line. Had he hit those other 7 free throws, he'd had 26.
Just like a scorer.
For the Central Catholic Rams, 21 in the game for Marley Zeller. Here's interesting. Zeller hit 2 3-pointers and 2 baskets in the first half for 11. Hit 2 3-pointers and 2 baskets in the second half for 11. Winds up with 22 in the game.
Had a great game.
Quincy Scott with 4. 8 in the game for Bam Pichel, 4 in each half. 1 free throw for Isaac Carr and a bucket in the second half for Miles Berry. So 22 for Zeller, 8 for Bam Pichel, 4 for Quincy Scott, 4 for Tony Angelo, 2 for Miles Berry, and 1 for Isaac Carr. Michael?
Yeah, it's just a shame. I'd love to have seen the Rams play the game we've become accustomed to seeing them play. A little bit more fire, a little more aggression in the open floor. But that's what happens in big games. Games that are hugely important. Veteran leadership usually goes a long way, and tonight you could see a difference for the first time really with the Rams, that their youth kind of let them down tonight. They just didn't have the fire they normally would have against a team of this quality, a game of this magnitude.
All right, here's where we stand on records now. The Gresham Gophers are 16-4 on the season. They were number 6, and they may move up. They are now 8-2 and in sole possession of second place in the Mount Hood Conference. Barlow undefeated at the top. For the Central Catholic Rams, they are now 10-10 overall, and they are 6-4 in the Mount Hood Conference. Let's see, that might be enough to still hang on to third place. Clackamas has 5 losses. Sandy has 5 losses. Nelson, though, at 5-4, could move up there even with them.
I glanced at those standings before I came up. I think Central's still in third place, but just by a game now.
All right, got some people want to thank. Central Catholic High School, their hospitality, athletic director Laura Yeager, the head coaches tonight, Corey Lockhart, for Gresham and David Blue for Central Catholic. We talked to both of them beforehand, and they gave us lots of information. Our crew tonight on the camera, our producer Ryan Johnson, our director and engineer, that is Steve Roberts. My broadcast partner tonight, Michael Abraham. Michael, your final thoughts?
Always a great pleasure to work with you, Dave, and thanks to our crew. And I tell you what, Central will be back. This is still a long way to go before the state playoffs.
We are Oregon Sports Beat. You can go to OregonSportsBeat.com, and we have our schedule up each month, where we are, what time the games are starting. Now, we'll be back here next Friday night at Central Catholic for a game involving the Central Catholic girls. We'll also be at Lincoln High School. So we have we have 2 games next Friday night, Central Catholic and Lincoln. We'll cover both of those, and then I believe the week after that we'll be back here again, and I think that might be on a Thursday night for another Central Catholic girls game. That's right. So OregonSportsBeat.com, you can check that out and find out the information. I'm Dave Hall. Our final score tonight in 6A Mount Hood Conference boys action, it is the Gresham Gophers 56, the Central Catholic Rams 40. Good night, everybody.